these. Jesus, dude.
They smell like fajitas.
Yes. So, me and Caden cooked fajitas for dinner last night in the trailer. And so, we never really know when we're going to get to go hunting. It's kind of just whenever Josh lets us know we're not going to be needed or whatever. And so, needless to say, everything we have and own, including ourselves, reeks of onions and peppers. So, when we got back today, I made a mad dash to Walmart and bought some scent spray because we didn't have time to wash our stuff. And so, yeah, this right here, I mean, I can smell it. I mean, dude, it smells like a straight Mexican restaurant. So, it's not going to go with us. We got settled in. It's about 2:30. It's a pretty good little walk, not too bad, but a couple hundred yards. But it's all crunchy leaves in one of these hollers. And so we were having to take it real slow. So it took us a minute. We had to hang our whole entire set. We didn't have anything pre-hung, so. And I also had to change some camera batteries. But I got in here about when I wanted to, so pretty happy about that. We saw a few deer on the way in. We didn't spook them too bad. They just bounced over the hill, so. The wind lied again, but this time I think it lied in our favor, believe it or not. Said it was going to be coming out of the south. And instead it's actually, I think, coming out of the north. So, and that's what we wanted. So, that's good. But yeah, we're gonna hang out in here until dark and see what happens. I mean, I feel pretty good about it. What about you?
Pretty good.
I mean, we were as quiet as you could be in all these leaves and everything, and hanging our set. So all we need is one to come out and let me give her a whirl. So we've been sitting here probably 30 minutes, something like that. And we had a doe come in behind us, right where our wind's blowing, and which is not where the deer have been coming from. And she started blowing. She probably blew, I don't know, 30 times. It seemed like it anyways. Yeah, not what you want to have happen. And as I previously mentioned, we probably stink. But, I mean, I normally, in a normal circumstance, definitely probably would have waited and not come in here until I got those smells out of my clothes. But, you know, the season, we only have about 2 weeks left of the season here in West Virginia. And I don't know how many more times I'm going to get to go hunting. So I took a big risk and decided to just buy some scent spray and lather up in it and come in here and hopefully we get away with it. But obviously the first deer was not fooled. So that's kind of a bummer. I mean, I know it's stupid and you guys are definitely going to make fun of me in the comments, but I can't really help it. You know, I'm trying to make the most of my time while I have it, and sometimes it just is what it is. But we're gonna hang in here for the next 2.5 hours or so, and maybe one will come in the way it's supposed to come in, and we'll get a chance. I'm fairly confident that the deer we bumped on the way in, and she wrapped around, I mean, right where our wind's blowing, probably 50 yards from us, just started having a blow party. So it's kind of depressing, but sometimes it be like that.
That was a total disaster. And I knew better. You know, you can ask Caden. I mean, I'm not a scent guy whatsoever, but I didn't feel good about the way we smelled before we went in there. But like I've said, you know, we kind of have to take advantage of the time we get, and our wind was good, and I thought maybe I could salvage it with some of that spray, but obviously that didn't work because I think we spooked every deer in that holler. So I mean, just every deer that came in blew at us or ran out or whatever. It was I feel stupid, but at the same time, I know I wouldn't have normally done that. It had been any other circumstances, but it is what it is. We didn't see the buck we were after, thankfully, because he definitely would have blew out. But yeah, I mean, not good.
I will say this. We did prove that this stuff is a waste of money.
Yeah, don't buy that.
Zach. Zach lives and dies by that.
I don't know, man. I just don't know if it was this or the way we smelled was just too far gone. Because I'm going to tell you right now, it was bad. Like, if it's bad enough for me to say something about it, it's bad. But the trailer we stay in doesn't ventilate very well. And we cooked inside last night, and yeah, I mean, it probably still smells like it in there. We've tried to open the windows and blow some of the stinky air out, but I don't know. We're gonna have to come up with a better game plan, because what we just did is not the answer. What's up, guys? It is the afternoon of December the 18th. It's a nasty one today. It's in the 30s with about a 25-mile-an-hour wind, and it's kind of spitting ice and snowish rain. So we're going back in here this evening, and hopefully today is the day. I feel pretty good about it. Like I said, we got our fajita scent off of us, but the wind should be good. It's supposed to stay steady out of the west, which is one of the winds that we like for this setup. So he's hanging around. I don't think he's too far. So if he comes in, maybe I can pull this thing off. We'll see.
This is different for sure. I'm not even sure Caden's ever seen snow before, much less hunted it in. I think this has the potential to be really cool, but also pretty miserable. Yeah. It's definitely snowing. The wind is not doing what it was forecasted. Imagine that. That's typical for southern West Virginia. But it is what it is. We're in here now, so I don't have the luxury of being able to hunt every day. Same with Kate. So we kind of just have to make the most of it whenever we can. There really wasn't another tree that we could use for a different setup in this spot. So we just had to make the most of it. So hopefully this weather will make them get on their feet, but I'm worried that it may make them lay down and wait it out. But we'll see. It's almost 4 o'clock. The snow kind of died down and it got real calm. But as you can tell, the wind has picked back up, and so has the snow, which neither me or Kate think is good for our current situation. We were hoping it would slack off, the deer may get on their feet, and I mean, I guess they still might, but my gut tells me that they're not really going to get up in this snowstorm, but maybe we'll get lucky. We're going to hang in here and see what happens.
Well, we made it back to the trailer. We definitely didn't see what we would like to see this evening. Saw that big bear, but decided not to shoot him. Didn't want to blow the spot out. Tracking and all that good stuff. I think I was correct about the weather. I think the weather put him in the bed. As you can tell, it's snowing. So, yeah, that'll do it for today. Well, guys, we are involved in the biggest game of cat and mouse known to man. That buck we've been after was in our spot from 2 a.m. to about 10 or 11 a.m. So we had the day off today, but there's nothing we could really do because our access point, it's wide open and we can't really sneak to the spot without getting seen. So we decided against our will to let it rest this morning and just let him pose for the camera for us. But it's about 12:30 and me and Caden are on the way up there right now. We're just going to take our time and hunt our way in. It's a risky situation because everybody that we've talked to, Zach, Josh, everybody thinks that deer is bedded real close to the tree we're sitting in. And so it's a gamble doing what we're doing, but I mean, we have to go hunt. So we're just gonna take our time and go in real slow and kind of glass our way in and hunt our way in. And if we see him, we'll make a move, but hopefully he's bedded on the backside of the knob we're sitting on and we can get in unscathed and get set up good and early and maybe make it happen this evening.
It's about 3 o'clock. We haven't even been able to do an interview. Me and Caden were able to sneak all the way up here within sight of the tree we're sitting in. And right before we crested the top, Caden spotted 2 does right across from where we sit. And we hunkered down and were real still, and they circled around us and went out over the knob out of sight. So we quickly but quietly snuck up to the tree and were able to get set up, and then they came right back in without spooking or blowing or anything like that. They've been in here ever since, probably 1:30. And then about 30 minutes ago, 4 more deer came in here, and they just all just moseyed on out. It was a little weird the way they acted. I don't think it was us, but I mean, I guess it could have been. But me and Caden have been still as statues. So, I mean, our wind is blowing. It could have clipped them a little bit, but it's not terrible. I'm hoping it's because a big movie's coming our way.
sounded good.
I think I hit bottom.
It sounded good.
He ran off with his tail up. I don't like it.
Just listen.
Well, that's all we could ask for. I'm not really sure what happened. We'll have to watch it, but I think I hit low. If I even hit him, I couldn't tell. The air,
You hit him.
the air did something weird.
That's because when he ran, it flew out of him weird. I watched it, and I think it looked pretty dang good.
Well, as I'm sure I've told you guys before, this is my first bow, the first time ever shooting anything with a bow, so I don't really know what to say or how to feel. We still have a deer on us. I don't even see my arrow.
I don't either.
We're gonna have to watch it back and see what happened.
If you don't answer, call Josh. Hello.
Hey. I just shot him.
Come again.
I said, I just shot him. Can you hear me? We don't have good service. We don't have good service in this tree, so me and Caden are both tore up.
Oh, I'm shaking. No air, no nothing.
Well, I don't know.
It smells like deer.
But there's no blood. I don't understand what's going on.
Well, it is 21st of December, the evening after I shot at that buck last night. And we went on a bear chase this morning and decided to let him lay. We were fortunate enough to tree a bear, and I ended up being the one that got to shoot it, so I'm pretty tickled about that. But me, Zach, and Caden are back in here. It's been about 20-ish, 21 hours since the shot. Everybody thinks I hit the deer. I'm still not sure. It had a real distinctive sound whenever the arrow went off. But we didn't find much sign. We didn't find much sign where he was standing or on the arrow.
No, we backed right out.
But we didn't stay long. We backed right back out and came back to the trailer and watched it and got everybody's opinion. But everybody seems to think I hit the deer, and we gave it, plenty of time, in my opinion. So we're going to ease back in here and be as careful as possible and be looking, glassing these ridges and see if we can't see him, and then walk up to the spot where I shot and then look at the arrow and then go from there. But I'm pretty nervous because I don't feel good about it. Like I said right after, I'm sure y'all heard it, but I don't know. We're going to hope for the best, and maybe we'll find this joker. I sure hope so. So that's the plan.
The deer's actually, it's bleeding a lot more than what I really even anticipated it bleeding. We just might take our time, because it very well could still be alive. We know it's a low hit back. It's been about 20 hours. Jacob's going to get his bow. He forgot it up there, but we got to get it through this mess right here. It looks like they've been feeding or something down under these beaches. You could see his track. It's easy following. That way you don't even have to really, obviously there's blood right now, but if that stops, we get it through this mess right here, you'll still be able to track his track, hopefully. That's a lot more blood than what I really even thought we would have. We'll wait on Jacob to get down here, because I have a feeling that we might need that bow. So, yeah, this is his first bed. We've probably went, well, as a crow flies, we went 75 yards, but we probably went 150. And he bedded right here. Let's see where he laid down.
Blood on both sides right there. Almost looks like you got it. Kind of struggled right here a little bit, Will.
Is that just a clot?
Yeah. It's bleeding out both sides right there. See that?
Mm-hmm. That's a good thing.
Just wonder if we shouldn't go up on that top road.
Try to look down.
Yeah. That road's just right there. We're gonna take a piss break. Right back. Look over and see if you can climb on top of it. Hey, don't step in the tracks.
Well, this is going way better than I thought it was going to go, I'm not gonna lie. I'm still worried, but definitely hit the deer, so we got that going for us. I guess Caden was right. He was Mr. Positivity for me. I was pretty tore up about it.
This is a butt up there. You know, most of the time, you're tracking deer. You're all the time being real quiet between one another like we talked about, you know. But when your buddy gets loud, go for a look at him.
Go get him, buddy. Go, buddy.
Get up for a look at him.
Get him, buddy.
Oh, you got me, Jack. You got me good. How about that? How about that?
Jacob, how does that feel, buddy?
How about that?
Jacob.
How's that big West Virginia buck feel, baby? Huh?
I'm all tangled up in the
Lost
bush.
heads.
I'm all torn to
beat.
hell. Thank
Hey,
you, buddy.
Bubby.
I could have done it without you
Tagged
guys,
out.
man. Golly, what a day.
You rascals,
We've racked up, huh?
y'all racked up, yeah. Y'all definitely racked up.
Jesus. What a day. Well, as you can tell, not my finest work, but hell, it got the job done.
Well, the biggest thing is knowing you messed up.
Oh,
you know,
yeah, you can
knowing your
tell in the
mistake.
video, man. Like, I knew as soon as it happened that I didn't like it. I even said that.
You know, we had the ability to go back and watch it, watch it. Some people don't have that ability, but knowing, I mean, your first reaction was you knew it was a bad shot.
Yeah.
It was back, and just knowing that, and this is a prime example. I know we've preached it, we've done it on Jay's deer. I mean, this deer is completely, that's a gut shot.
Oh, yeah.
Just a bad shot.
You still smell it.
But leaving him lay. It's been what now?
21 hours.
21 hours.
And we didn't come 10 yards outside of where I shot him. I went to the arrow, saw the arrow, didn't like it,
And
immediately
you all
backed
slipped.
out. Yeah,
Slipped the other direction.
that's right.
Unfortunately,
He didn't go.
he come this way.
He didn't go towards the truck.
And they was able to get out of here. And then, like I said, we just 21 hours later. I knew, man, when I seen him start bedding right there.
It was getting.
What did you notice? He bedded.
He got real slow.
And then he bedded again 10 feet from there.
Yeah.
But then the next bed, he was like, you could see the leaves all,
he was struggling.
like there was something going on. You know what I mean?
So what do you think? I mean, is that in
We've tried to
testing?
pull
I
a
mean,
Dakota. What we did with Dakota's deer.
When,
When you seen him,
Dude, I was trying to get you. I was like, I'm going to go take a pee break. If y'all want to stomp up through here just a little bit.
and that's
I
why
hated
that's
that.
why I said
See,
that's why I said go up there and see if you can look over that log.
Did y'all see him when you came
I
around?
did.
No, he turned to me and said,
I want to make sure he was rolling. I just crested. I could see over top of that log, and I seen his spine sticking up.
Did you see it? Did you see him before you said we should go up top?
Oh yeah, long before. That's way before I
Is
even.
that why you wanted to
Me?
go
Yeah.
up top?
I was about to pee. I know. I was just BSing then. It was before I was gonna pee.
Well, buddy, I'm glad I found him.
Did you not hear me pee? I went, and that was it. It was just a dribble.
I was talking to the camera, talking about how I still wasn't sold on this whole operation. I got going.
meanwhile, I'm just trying to get him to budge 2 feet over to look at the deer.
So, I'm tickled to death, man. I was worried about it. I mean, you know, like I've talked about, I mean, I'm obviously green as a gourd when it comes to bow hunting, but I'm fine with a miss. But the one thing I don't want to do is hit a deer that I feel like is going to die and not be able to recover him. And so that's what I'm happiest about more than anything.
You know.
Wow.
He maybe went 200 yards as the crow flies.
Maybe.
Hey, buddy, what I tell
can't
you?
believe it, dude. Yeah, I have to give it to Caden, man. I have, and my people back home are gonna laugh at me when I say this, but I have a bad tendency. It's a bad tendency, but I tend to lean more of a glass half empty type of guy.
The negative side.
Yeah, and I just, man,
Well, it's easy to do, even when you hit a deer, what you think's good. Like, it's easy to, when you see him running off.
well, and his tail was up.
I mean, even with a rifle, most of the time when that gun cracks, you can see, he's either falling or he's barreling. But with a bow, a lot of times, you see him run far enough that you're like, oh, did I mess up? You're like, everybody's bad for second guessing themselves.
It's just like,
And even that arrow,
that's what made me
the arrow
no blood.
has 0 blood on it.
I know, and then I saw that. I'm just thankful that I was able to see something on it, and I smelled it, and it smelled foul. But there again, that's the first arrow that I've ever picked up and looked at and smelled, and all that. I mean, I'm definitely not an expert when it comes to any of those things, but I felt like we handled it as good as we could have.
We did. That's exactly how you wanted this operation to go, man. For sure.
Thank you, brother. I'll never forget that.
My pleasure, brother. He might not ever come back to West Virginia, but he's got a memory that he can take back with him he won't ever forget.
That's exactly
Killed
right,
a bear of the day, first bear. Shot your first archery deer last night.
It's been a heck of a couple days, man. I'll never forget this.
Darkness falls and we all pray, hoping for the light of day. Down to the river, I have held the devil's hand, felt the weight of my own sin, burdened by the heart of man. Down to the river.